Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the debut stream, such as it is. I've never done one of these before, so, like, I'm a little bit out of my element. I mean, it's not that different from a lot of things that I've done, but, like, you know, a little different. A little out of the way. It's a little, like, new to me and whatever else, so... Ugh. It's taken a while to get everything going. Taken a hot minute, as some people might say. So, hold on, let me turn on my BGM. Yeah, I have BGM. It's cozy. There we go. If the BGM is too loud, let me know and I'll turn it down. Or conversely, if it's too quiet, let me know and I'll turn it up, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, like, it's taken a lot of doing to get everything set up for this, like, stream. Because, like, well, I had to make everything. Except the backdrop. The backdrop is not something I made, but I made everything else, pretty much. Except for the music. I didn't make the music either. However, enough of me, like, sitting here on my little, like, talk screen. Let's actually get into the debut substance, shall we? My model keeps doing this thing where it doesn't blink both eyes and it drives me mental. I don't know what to do about it. I've tried a lot of things. But anyways, so here is my little character sheet, or whatever you can pass off as one. So, my height is 181 centimeters, which I believe in freedom units is something along the lines of 6 foot. Species, or whatever kind of classification you want to put me under, I'm a lich. Birthday, May 13th. Languages, English and German, albeit I'm a little bit rusty at German. Artist, rigger, animator, designer of all of the assets, and maker of pretty much all of the stuff that you see on the screen is me. I put a lot of work into all of this, let me tell you. Excuse me. Sorry. There's like this tiny little like cough that's just like coming around. Usually undead. I mean, usually. But like, I don't know if I'm technically undead. Like, I mean, I guess I am, but at the same time, it's like, what do you classify me? Because the way that I came about, you may be wondering, how does a lich find his way into a, how does the lich find his way into a, like, digital world? Well, for those of you who know a little bit about, you know, your epic fantasy lore, liches have objects called phylacteries, which are like the thing that stores our soul, right? The process of becoming a lich involves creating a phylactery, which is something that, well, like I said, holds my soul. So, when you turn a PC into a phylactery, it has this interesting side effect of creating a digital manifestation of the soul that is now inside of the PC. So, that's how you end up with someone like me ending up somewhere like here. So people ask, how did you get here? And I say, magic. Literally. Literally magic. Hey, Yasin. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? I was thinking more of a carnage via internet. What can I say? But yeah, so... to show off a little bit of, like, what my model can do, I can, I have the, I have my normal eyes, I have my, like, wide surprised eyes where I go like, oh. I can smile, even though I have no mouth. I can wink. I can squint for when one of you is being a cheeky little bastard. I can turn my eyes blue. I can turn my eyes red. I can put on my serious face. And I can be very, very disappointed in all of you. So, I can also tilt around a little bit more if I want to. I must smile, but I have no mouth. I mean, hey, you know what they say. So, I have not worked in live 2D stuff before. I've done digital and traditional art before. I've also done, like, 2D and 3D animation before, but I've never worked with live 2D. So, it was a first. Drawing something that would then be animated in live 2D, also a first. I think it turned out pretty well, honestly. You'll see the rest of my model. Well, you can see it all there in the character sheet, but you'll see it all a little bit more deliberately. You're gonna be in and out of stream? Okay, no worries, my dude. Good to have you here, in any case. So, the next slide. Let's go. Boop. So, likes and dislikes. I like fantasy. Things that are fantasy, so like, you know, like epic fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, being a dungeon master, both literally and figuratively. Haha. I read a lot of fantasy novels and fantasy literature. I play all sorts of games. I have a particular fondness for rhythm games and other games that require, like, strategy and that kind of thing. Strategy games are fun. I like streams. I like watching streams. I like making streams. I like entertaining people. I do my best to try and be at least somewhat entertaining, right? So it's a time. So I like music. I mean, most people tend to, I would think. I listen to all sorts of music, but I'll get a little bit more into the details of that, like, a little bit later in stream. I like art. I like making art. Maybe a little bit less than I like just viewing art, because making art takes a lot of effort, and a lot of time. So, I think most people like music to some extent or another. I also like, but yeah, like, contrary to my rather ominous appearance, I like all sorts of art. In particular, I like cute and wholesome art. Let's face it, when you're surrounded by the undead, whether it be digitally or realistically, having something to break the monotony of looking at dead bodies is kind of nice. I also like cooking. I don't do it often. I mean, there's not really much to cook around here, but it's nice to cook when the opportunity arises. I also like rain. Rain is nice. It makes me glad that I don't really have a nose, functionally speaking, because you know, like, what wet dog smells like. Can you imagine what a wet, like, undead body smells like? Yeah, let's not go there. But the rain is nice. Rain is cozy. Things I dislike. Spiders. Keep spiders away from me. You have any idea how many things, how many of those fucking things live in crypts? Do you have any idea why I'm not living in a crypt anymore? Yeah. There are a few reasons. That's one of them. Tech problems are a massive pain. When one has no mouth, is food just absorbed? I'll leave that to your imagination. So, I don't like tech problems. I had to deal with a lot of tech problems. Trying to get everything to work, setting everything up, troubleshooting for the stream, and doing all of this other crap, and it's just like, But tech problems are, it's like I traded one evil for another. I may not have to deal with spiders anymore, but I have to deal with all of these tech problems because I live in them. Anyways, waking up in the morning is like the hardest part of any day, I swear. This is almost a non-disputable point. I'm also really, really bad at taking breaks. I don't like taking breaks. I like to keep busy. Which kind of leads to the next point of not keeping busy. I like to have something to do. I like to have things to do. I like to have, projects to work on, goals to strive for, games to play, books to read, things to do. Just keep me busy, and I'm usually a pretty happy person. Creature, whatever you want to call me. Food for thought. I'll show myself out. No, I won't. This is my house. Anyway. Quality transitions are amazing. Thank you. So, I also don't like horror. How ironic. Isn't that kind of ironic? Lich, who doesn't like horror. I am a horror, functionally speaking. But, really depends on what we're saying. Oh, trust me. I felt like I've been too busy for the past, 2 months getting ready for all of this. But, at least now I get myself a little bit of a break. I'm taking the weekend off after this stream. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye, and then I just leave. No. There's still, a bunch of slides to go through. I didn't put this thing together for nothing. So, those are all of my likes and dislikes. If there's anything that you want to ask, don't worry. There's a Q&A section. There's going to be a Q&A section at the end of the stream. You will have plenty of time to ask whatever questions you want of me. And I will come up with the most acceptable answers I can come up with. We'll see. On to the next slide. We using Google. My hobbies. Well, I live in a computer now. I live on the internet. Both literally and figuratively. So, I like watching streams, browsing memes, learning new things. I have an insatiable thirst for knowledge and an unstoppable curiosity to know pretty much everything about anything that exists. I like to discover new games because I play, pretty much every game under the sun. I like meeting new people. Whether they be friends, or viewers, or minions, or, people who are going to be minions but don't know it yet. I like meeting people. It's useful. It's helpful. It's fun. I like collecting merch and figures. Both of a digital and a, material variety. My files are just full of art and other stuff that I just collect. Don't worry about it. I like going rock climbing. On occasion. It's pretty strenuous, and, you know, the temptation is always there to, like, cheat with magic, but, like, you know, it's the same kind of principle as why would you cheat at a game? You're not cheating, you're not accomplishing anything. You're just cheating yourself. You're not accomplishing anything. I also like swimming and biking. Biking has become harder since I no longer have legs, but, you know, I make do. I mean, going outside has become harder since the sun is a thing that exists and we don't get along too well, but, you know. Anime. I don't really watch as much anime as some people might imagine. My favorite anime is No Game No Life. No question. Not even like a fraction. Like, that is definitely my favorite anime. By proxy, I also really, really like No Game No Life 0. Who needs legs when you are a creature made of, like, data and magic? I can have whatever I want. Legs are not one of them. Legs are not something I need anymore. Hellsing Ultimate is fun. I wouldn't say it's an amazingly good anime, but it's entertaining. It's enjoyable. And I rank anime based on how much I liked watching them. Not, are they an absolute narrative masterpiece? Fullmetal Alchemist I still need to finish. At some point or another. And then the last one is, well, in English, it's Problem Children Are Coming From Another World, aren't they? Leave it to the Japanese to come up with a mouthful of a name like that for an anime. Hellsing Abridged is pretty clever. I do enjoy it. But, I'm kind of sad that, like, the last anime didn't really get a second season. It had, like, one season, which was, like, 12 episodes. And that was it. Sad life. Okay, I'm gonna stop swaying now. Even though the temptation is there to just keep swaying. Okay. So, you know, that's like hobbies and anime. Now on to the stuff that people actually, like, you know, are generally more interested in, I'd say. You know, like games, music. So, games. I play pretty much every game under the sun. Like, from every different genre, from every different age of gaming. I play pretty much everything. So, I play... Yeah, I know the feeling. Like, a lot of the time I could watch anime, but, like, I just don't because I, like, never make the time for it. Yeah, I was purposely swaying. So, for games, there's Celeste. I love Celeste. It's such a good game. It's such a high-quality game. Then there's, like, Celeste is just such a good platformer. Like, there really is nothing, like, there isn't too much to be said about it. It's more one of those things that you just kind of show to people. You, like, show by experience. It's very difficult, but it's really, really fun. It's really, really rewarding, and the story is quite nice. The gameplay is amazing. Terraria, I have played way too many hours of. I've been playing the game since like it initially came out, so I made like a new world and a new save for like every time there was a significant update. I might do something with Terraria at some point or another. I might not. It depends. I've kind of played the game half to death. But, you know, we'll see. I also like Minecraft, but, you know, again, like I don't play it all that often. Just kind of like something that I play when I'm in the mood for it. I play RimWorld. Like I said, I like games where I can like plan things out or strategize or like plan ahead. So, you know, things like RPG games, RTS games, strategy games, war crime simulation games. I'm sorry, what? But yeah, I like all sorts of stuff. I'm very flexible with the games that I play. I play Apex Legends because it's fun. And because shooting people is fun. Don't take that out of context. It's always silly when, you know, you see some idiot in Apex Legends jump off a bridge. Whoops. You know what's even better? When you accidentally kick somebody off of a bridge in Apex Legends. Moving on. StarCraft 1 and 2 and Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne expansion. The Blizzard days of old were really good days. Blizzard... Well, I'm not going to talk too much about Blizzard here. It's a sad story. But, you know, depending on how things go, I might play through StarCraft and StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 at some point or another. Path of Exile. Yes, Path of Exile. God's help me. The new League released earlier today. Very exciting. Gonna be getting back to that at some point later today. Probably gonna play it for most of the weekend, just as I take a break. Risk of Rain 2 and all sorts of like other roguelike games. I have to be in a mood, really, to like pick up new roguelike games, I guess. Also, I totally forgot to put Darkest Dungeon on this list, and that's kind of an atrocity. Because I love Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is a great game. Fits to my character really well, too. So, Subnautica. I love exploration games. Subnautica is a ton of fun. It also scares the ever-living hell out of me. Because I am terrified of being attacked by beasties in water. Now, normally, in a lot of games, instead of, like, running away from things, I'll just kill them instead. And in Subnautica, you know, I haven't checked out this. Like, I watched a little bit of stuff on the second Darkest Dungeon, but it seems like a very different game from the first one. So I don't know how I feel about it. I might check it out at some point, but like I'm not in a hurry for it. But yeah, in Subnautica, like normally I just kill things when they scare me. And Subnautica isn't that different. I mean, like, hey, if you have a Cyclops, just run them over. Like, who cares? Just run them down. However, I might at some point do a playthrough of Subnautica where I forbid myself from killing anything. Except, you know, like, non-predatory fish. And that'll be hell. I will hate every second of that run. Except for the, like, hours that I spend just kind of cozy building a base. So... I also like digital trading card games. I played like Hearthstone and Shadowverse and a couple of others over the years. Another game that I'd like to play at some point or another is Inscription. Inscription should be pretty fun. Not sure when I'm gonna play it, but I really do want to play it sooner or later because it looks like a really cool game. When I played, I was scared of wrecking my Cyclops or getting it stuck. I mean, like, you're not wrong. The biggest issue with that I take with like a lot of digital trading card games or a lot of trading card games in general, in particular digital ones, Hearthstone is just like a massive RNG fest. Shadowverse used to have something that looked like balance. It's gone now. And I'm not really into that whole, like, it's supposed to be a trading card game, but it's actually like playing solitaire. So, you know, Master Duelist when? I don't know. Maybe sometime. Maybe. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. That was a good time. I also used to play Pokemon back in the day. Like, I actually went to places and played Pokemon cards. I'm also a fan of visual novels. I don't really go out of my way to read too many of them, but I do enjoy reading them. And a lot of the time they leave me emotionally wrecked. But, you know, that's part of the journey, isn't it? For music, I really like electro and techno music. So, like, I like artists like Nado, Taishi, Camellia. Incidentally, Nado, Taishi, and Camellia also do Vocaloid music, which I also really like. I've been listening to Vocaloid since, like, way back in the day. Back, like, when it initially kind of came out. So, you know, like, I really love Vocaloid. Vocaloid is great. And I also like, you know, sharing this kind of stuff with people because it's enjoyable, you know? It's like, it's a ton of fun. A lot of my favorite Vocaloid producers or artists are like Utsupi, Deco27, Rio, except Rio doesn't really make any music anymore, which is kind of sad. And Yunosuke, however you prefer to pronounce it. There's a lot of... Is there a Russian Vocaloid? Probably, but it's not official. There's, like, Vocaloids for pretty much every language, I think. And, of course, I like various other music as well. Like, back when I was younger, I really enjoyed listening to, like, metal, like Dragon Force, Rhapsody of Fire, Bullet for My Valentine, Avenged Sevenfold, that kind of thing. And back before that as well, like, I still had a love of techno growing up. And that was kind of like, I don't know, like the golden age of electronic music. Because, like, everybody just kind of experimented. There was no, like, set algorithm to... There was no, like, set algorithm to how a song was made back in the day. So all of the electronic artists, they just experimented with all sorts of random crap. And it was awesome, because you always got to hear all of these sounds that you've never heard before, that you never thought you'd hear anywhere, ever. But it was super cool. Nowadays, it's like, you know, a lot of them, they just kind of stick to the tried and tested, like, I guess the, like, tried and tested methods, the means that they've already been using for God knows how long, which are all kind of, like, bland or repetitive or the same. I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm just saying that it's a little bit depressing that there could be so much more experimentation and there just isn't. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of what I'm saying there. So, that'll about cover it for music and games. I mean, like, games you guys, you'll just have to see all of the stuff that I want to play as time goes on, because there's a lot of it. Oh god, is there a lot of it. We'll get there. We have a lot of time together. Hell, we may very well have eternity together. Shh. Anyways. Goals. I have a lot of goals, because I'm the kind of person to set goals. I like to plan ahead. I like to do this kind of stuff. I want to meet new people, get to know other VTubers, and other YouTubers in general. There's a glitch. I want to, like, share experiences, likes, and stories with the viewers. So, you know, you'll often hear me talking about, like, random crap from the past, or, like, you know, games that I played, or books that I've read, or stories that I had, or experiences that happened, and other stuff. Like, as I play games and that kind of stuff. I'm notorious for having an endless pile of stuff to talk about. Especially if I have a chat to talk to. Because let's face it, I'm here because I like to entertain people. I like to chat with people. I like to meet people. Ultimately, I came here because, you know, I was interested in that whole eternal life thing, gaining knowledge and all that other kind of stuff. And that's still a big part of it, but I really like entertaining people. Besides, how better to take over the digital world than to amass a following on one of these little websites here. You know, there are, like, VTubers that exist right now whose subscriber counts, if they, you know, militarize their subscriber count, they could take over a country or more. It would be amazing. Anyways, I also want to play the Metal Gear Solid series sometime, because I've heard a lot of good things. I've seen many of the games played. The biggest issue, I think, in streaming that series would be that Metal Gear Solid 4 is, like, super difficult to stream. Because you either need to have it on the PS4, which I don't, or you have to bend over backwards in, like, 60 different ways to try and get it to emulate correctly. But anyways, we'll get to that. Don't worry. We'll get there. I'm definitely going to start off with Metal Gear Solid, with Metal Gear Revengeance. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. However you want to call it. Metal Gear Revengeance is not a word in the dictionary. Excuse me. So, because the memes, Jack. I love that game. I haven't actually played it. I've seen it played several times, but I haven't actually played it myself. Now, another thing that you'll learn very quickly about me, if you don't already know it, is I wouldn't say I'm a masochist, but I like challenging myself. So I regularly do stuff that makes life particularly difficult, because that's what I do. So one thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to play Metal Gear Revengeance on the second from highest difficulty, because the highest difficulty is made for New Game Plus, And then I'm also going to play it under the, like, requirement that I am not allowed to use healing items during boss fights. Which is going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to die a lot. It's going to be great. But it also means that we get to listen to the amazing Metal Gear Revengeance soundtrack a little bit longer. So, you know what? I'm okay with it. Ongoing process, I want to improve my entertaining and video editing and production skills. I have a lot of experience doing this kind of thing already, but more experience never goes amiss. More experience, always useful. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. There are a lot of places I want to go. There's a lot of things that I want to try, so we'll get there. I want to bring my German back up to speed, because, like, I used to speak German fairly well when I was younger. Then I kind of stopped, and now I just kind of, like, want to get back into it, I guess. Because, you know, knowing multiple languages is useful. I mean, like, my German isn't bad. I can speak. I can, like, converse. But knowing extra languages is useful. So, I also want to experiment in a bunch of different kinds of content. So, like, you know, I want to, like, do talk streams like I'm doing now, except, like, with a little bit more focus on, like, interacting with chat. I want to do, like, discussion streams where it's like, okay, boys, the topic of the day is X, and then we talk about it a lot. And we get to have, like, a little discussion, a little banter back and forth between chat and I. Because, like, you'll learn really quickly. Hey, Rayless, how's it going? You'll learn really, really quickly that I really like to interact with chat. Like, I'm here because I like to interact with people, and because I like entertaining people. So, when it comes down to it, it's only natural that I would have a bunch of, like, streams that are kind of focused on interacting with my viewers, right? I also want to do, like, cozy streams. I guess this debut is kind of a cozy stream, to an extent. I'm told that my voice is cozy to listen to. I guess it depends on the person, but I hear it a lot. I also want to experiment with ASMR at some point or another. A lich doing ASMR? Unheard of. But, you know, we'll see what we can do. That said, I can't do ASMR stuff until I actually have, like, more microphones. Or, like, a proper microphone for it. And I'm kind of poor, so I can't really do that right now. We'll get there eventually. Oh yeah, I love reading chat. Like, dude, the thing is, one of the reasons... Like, I used to stream on Twitch a fair bit. I stopped because Twitch is kind of bland. I'd like to hear a glitch doing ASMR. This guy. I feel like on Twitch there's very little, like, room for growth. The streaming on Twitch is awesome. Like, it feels nice, it has good quality, and all the rest of it, but, like, you can't really do anything. You can't, like, you can upload, you can stream. You can't really upload anything. You can't really clip that much. Your videos get deleted 90 days after they're uploaded. And in the meantime, they don't do anything for you. Which means, like, actually growing on Twitch, it's better to grow somewhere else and then bring them to Twitch. It's kind of messed up, if you ask me. I also want to do collabs with other streamers and VTubers. Because, like... yeah. I like doing collabs. I like interacting with people. It's fun. There's also the fact that, like... how do I put it? YouTube chat tends to be much more, I guess, cozy than Twitch chat. Like, I like the way that, like, in Twitch chat, you have, like, 100% people who are all just memeing their heads off. right? Whereas here in YouTube chat, you have like this good balance. You have this balance between like people who are there because they like enjoy your stuff and they want to be like cozy, they want to like have a good time. And then like at the same time, a whole bunch of them are still just memeing their heads off. But like they also kind of switch back and forth. So, you know, like if you're having a bit of a crappy day, or if you're feeling a little unsure of yourself, you know, YouTube chat will be there and they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, don't worry, right? Whereas if you do that kind of thing on Twitch, depending on the chat that you have, half the time they'll just troll you even harder. No, in YouTube chat, so I can't be toxic, SMH. I mean, like, I won't say, like, the thing is, by and large, you still have a lot of people from both like, sides in both, like, you know, in both chats. But I do like YouTube chat a lot. It's nice. And also, I like the way that YouTube handles the stuff that they do. Because, frankly, Twitch's like way of handling like copyright and like just generally like interacting with and treating its streamers is kind of trashy. And I'm not saying that YouTube is like perfect in this aspect, because there is no perfect service, let's be honest. But I feel like they do a better job of it than Twitch. There's also the fact that, like, after I'm done doing a stream, if there was something interesting that happened in that stream, I can either download the stream or record it while I'm making the stream, and then I can go into that stream, I can cut out whatever was interesting, edit it, turn it into a little highlight thing, and then upload it onto my channel, right? Because the way that I like to say it is that, like, you know, if you're there watching someone stream, it's like you're there for the whole journey, right? You're going on an adventure, right? You're kind of going with this person on this whole journey of whatever game they're playing or whatever thing they're doing. And then the highlights, on the other hand, is basically like life, or like the playthrough with all the boring parts cut out. You still might miss some stuff that would be funny or that you might enjoy, but by and large, it's better for people who don't have that much time. Thank you for the sub, Wezu. Very much appreciated, my dude. So, you know how it is. Depends on how much you tune in. Yeah, depends on how much you tune in, depends on how much time you have. Depends on how many monitors you have, and how much you're able to split your attention. Like, I only keep up particularly diligently with, what, like 4, maybe 5 streamers, I think? One of which is on Twitch, who I've been watching for, like, 4, 5, maybe 6 years now. And then a few others that are like VTubers. A lot of which are in like Niji Sanji or that kind of thing. And then, you know, with the last goal, I kind of touched on it earlier. I want to continue to torture myself with absurd challenges or difficult games. I like doing things that challenge my limits, that pain me, or that just do stupid things in general. So, you know, it's one of those things. Alteus streaming a PowerPoint YouTube. This looks like the great game. Friday Night Funkin'. Fight me. Speaking of Friday Night Funkin', though, I do love Friday Night Funkin'. As you probably saw, before I started making my whole VTube model, I did do a lot of Friday Night Funkin'. Can I stop blinking like a fish? Thank you. I did do a lot of, like, Friday Night Funkin' content, and I do intend to do some more of that as well. Like, These fucking... Fish glitch. Ah! Anyways. So... thought it was a feature. I mean, hey. You know... I can totally wink at people. But, welcome to the scuff. I mean, like, the thing is, every VTuber model, I don't think it's something that can be escaped. Especially considering that this is my first time ever making, rigging, or, like, working with a VTube model, or, like, a virtual avatar. I'm honestly just pleased that I managed to make things as well as I did. I'm just, you know, like, horribly disappointed at my rig right now and the way that it feels like just doing this in the middle of this stream. This is gonna become a meme, isn't it? This is gonna become like a thing in the chat where like everybody's gonna be like, ah yes, he's doing the thing again where he blinks his eyes separately. I'll just step out for a moment. I mean, I will say that, like, you know, the bigger companies, like Nijisanji, Hololive, and that kind of thing, they definitely have, like, actual professional modelers and, like, animators and people who have, like, done all of this stuff. Like, they have entire teams working on making their, someone spritzed Lich be gone. They have entire teams of people, right, who make these, like, these avatars and stuff, so... I'm used to always having one eye open. I mean, hey, man, when you're dealing with as many undead servants as I am, and sometimes they've got it in their head that, like, they're gonna be the next Lich, they're tired of being the minion, they want to be the big boss, you develop a sixth sense, you sleep with one eye open, or both. Of course, now that I'm off here in the digital world, I don't need to worry about my undead minions sneaking up behind me with a literal knife. Because, let's face it, none of you know where I live. I mean, you know where to find me. But you don't know where I live. So, like, you can't come after me. I don't need to keep my eyes open all the time. But, at the same time, you know what they say, old habits are hard to kick. So... Besides, I do feel like, you know, almost all VTuber models do have some amount of scuffedness in them. And I feel like that scuffedness kind of, like, adds a little bit of character to them. Don't you know? Don't I live in this magic glowy box in front of you? Maybe. This isn't the only digital space that I exist in. I could be elsewhere. I could be several elsewheres at once. What do you think of that, huh? Huh? What do you think of that, huh? How do you know that I'm not, like, right behind you right now, or, like, lurking in your desktop somewhere? Huh? Nah, don't worry. Unless you give me a good reason, Unless you give me a good reason. Nah, don't worry. I'm pretty chill most of the time. Burn the Lich. Hey, you wouldn't be the first who's tried. I have a virus. Alright. Anyways, moving on. The next bit that I have to show you guys. Hey, that guy's striking a mighty similar pose to me, isn't he? We're twins. He's damn good looking, isn't he? Anyways. Nice transition on the ice. Thank you. I work a fair bit on it. I have a lot of experience working on this kind of stuff before, and I also had some help, which I will be accrediting at the end of the slides. So, I have an imposter already. No, don't worry about that. That's just a digital capture of me. I can create, like, digital copies of myself. I can take screenshots of myself the same as anybody else can. I'm just better at it because I live in the computer. Ha! Okay. So, boys. Lads and lasses, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, etc. Here we have the schedule. Such as it is. So this is my schedule for next week. I am taking the day off. I am taking the weekend off because I've been working a lot for the past 2 months. I also have an appointment on Monday, which will hopefully not make me late for stream. I don't think it will be, so don't worry about it. So Monday I will be playing Path of Exile, because I'll probably still be stuck in the grip of the new league. Someone help me. Someone save me from myself and save me from Path of Exile. Chads and chadettes. On Tuesday, I will be playing Celeste. I will be completing the game 100% for the 3rd time. Because God, I love that game. It's such a good game. It'll probably take 2 streams, because I'm not doing it as a marathon right now. I might do it as a marathon at some point or another, but for now, I'm just gonna do it, like, you know, as a once. How long do I plan to stream for? It depends on the day, depends on the game, and depends on how I'm feeling. So, like, but like, here, I'll give you guys this. I'll give you guys this just as kind of like a general idea. Anything under 4 hours in my books is a short stream. 4 to 6 hours is like a mid-length stream, and 6 to 8 hours is like a full feature, like full-time stream. Anything over that is like a marathon kind of thing, right? So, you can expect me to be streaming, I'd say, at least 4 hours on most of the days that I'm streaming. Also, and, like, you know, depending on the game, depending on how things go, you can expect it to be a little bit longer, maybe. I will also definitely be doing some marathon streams at some point or another, where I will try and play, like, entire games in one sitting. While I was on Twitch, I did a Super Mario 64 marathon, going from, like, the start of the game to 120 stars in one stream. It took, like, 14 hours because Shifting Sandland was awful. The thing is, I'm a marathon gamer by nature, but that also lends me particularly well towards being a marathon streamer. So, the good news is that unlike Twitch, the VODs are up forever. They're up forever. They never go away. They're always there. And, very important, I will be making highlights, and I will be uploading those as well. So, by the way, for all of you who use Twitter, my Twitter is in the bottom left. You should totally go follow me so that you can appreciate the random crap that I retweet. And so you can see the random comments that I make. Because, like, you know, I made this account with the express intention of actually using it. The first time I've actually made, like, a significant effort towards using any kind of social media. Because, like, stuff's kinda, anyways. So on Wednesday, I'll probably just play some Apex Legends. I might drag one of my friends on with me. I might also just do it like with my friend in the lobby and me just commentating by myself. We'll see. Depends on how I feel. Thursday, Metal Gear. I guess it's not MGS Revengeance. I guess it's not Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. It's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, isn't it? Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna play Metal Gear Revengeance for the first time, and it's gonna be amazing. Like I said, it's not gonna be the first time I've seen it. It's not gonna be the first time I've experienced it, so to speak. But it's the first time I'll be playing it myself. And oh my god, the music in that game never gets old. So, if you guys are around for that, and you're not, like, you know, busy, drop by the stream. Treat yourself. You'll get to listen to me being an absolute idiot. The memes, Jack. The DNA of the soul. And you'll also get to see all of the memes and stuff, so you know. Alright, Inverted. Thank you for dropping by. Have yourself a good night. See you around. And then on Friday, we will have more Celeste, the continuation of whatever I do on Tuesday. And then on Saturday, there will be more Metal Gear Revengeance. In the future, I'm not sure if all of the schedules will stay this varied. It really depends. Like, sometimes I might just play most of, like, you know, one game in like a week. I'll generally try and keep, like, I don't know, like 2 games or something in the running per week, just so that things don't get too monotonous or anything. But do know that, like, I do often get very caught up in playing games. And when I do, I just want to keep playing that game. So, really depends. And then, as stated down there, all streams start at 4 p.m. EST, unless stated otherwise. So, unless I specifically say that it's not at 4 p.m., it's going to be at 4 p.m. And, it's also worth mentioning that I do kind of have, like, I have a little job that I will be working 1 or 2 days a week once my wrist is feeling a bit better. So the schedule will also, you know, have some days struck off every now and again because of that, because I work in the evenings. So, but that's all stuff that you'll see as we go, right? So no worries there. So that's the schedule. Should be fun. It's going to be fun to play through. And then, last thing is Q&A, final remarks, that kind of thing. Oh, Glitch, I talk a lot because I'm special. Well, I like people who chat. I like people who chat, I like people who lurk. I like having people around, and I like interacting with people. So you know what? Whether you talk a lot, whether you lurk a lot, both are completely welcome in my stream. So, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a couple of my friends. So, like my friend Kokozun, who helped me a lot in like making my life a lot easier when it comes to the actual like rigging of this model, because I'd never worked in Live 2D before. He helped me out with like learning the program, made my life less horrible by proxy of not needing to learn everything through video tutorials. He also gave me a bunch of like constructive criticism and creative feedback based on like how things looked. And a couple of my other friends who gave me a lot of artistic criticism, and a few of my other friends who were just very supportive and generally like cool about, me doing this and whatever else. So, Figures Q&A starts right as I start cutting onions. Nice. Alright, so, Q&A. So a couple of things. I see that most VTubers... You followed me on Twitter, so you're not going to be a minion yet? Well, it depends on what you want. If you want to be a minion, you can still be a minion. You don't have to be. Probably. I mean, the thing is, like, I noticed that a number of... I mean, hey, you can be a living minion. So, I noticed that a lot of VTubers have, like... What's the word? They have, like, Twitter hashtags. And that kind of stuff, right? You don't mind dying? I can work with it. We'll see what we can do. Anyways, so a lot of VTubers have like Twitter hashtags and stuff, right? So I figured I'm really bad at this kind of thing. I'm really bad at like coming up with like terms or like creative names. So, I always like go and sit there and I'm like, oh, hey, chat. You guys have like collectively between you significantly more brain than I do. You guys can help me. So, what are our Twitter hashtags gonna be? Like, what's the live tag gonna be? Is there gonna be an art tag? Like, what are we gonna do? It also needs to be something that's like, what's the word? It needs to be descriptive, but like to the point. It needs to be like catchy, but like self-explanatory. So like, if somebody sees the hashtag, they'll like know what it is. So I figured like having a tag for going live, for memes probably, and for art, I think that would do us well. How do you pronounce Alteus? Like that. Alteus. They also need to not be already taken by some active topic, yeah. Alteus. You know, Alteus is pretty clever. I like that. I can get behind Alteus. Alteus is pretty good. So let's think. So we'll have. So I'm thinking. So like, okay, so we can have Alteus as the art tag. Then we just have to figure out what we're doing for the live tags and the meme tags. Well, let's look it up. Hold on, let me see. Oh my god, I hate life. That's hilarious. Alteus is actually taken, and it's taken by like the Twitter hashtag for God of War for Atreus. That's hilarious. I hate life. Sad. I was thinking that for the live tag, we could use like something like the Liching hour. So instead of having the witching hour, we have the Liching hour. Yeah, hashtag Liching hour is not taken, so we can take that. So or glitching hour. Yeah, we could. So Liching hour or glitching hour, we'll see on that. I like Liching hour. Alteus live. It's not bad. I guess Liching hour could be like the live tag. Which means that we still need a art tag and like a meme tag. So I mean, like, I don't expect anybody to be making art of me anytime soon. And like whenever somebody does, I'll be like, oh, you made art of me, oh my god. And then I'll just fucking like I'll just melt into a little digital puddle. But you know. So Liching hour and what else? What are we gonna use for art and memes? We need to think of a couple of things. Come on, guys. Come on, put your collective hive mind together. I'm sure we can come up with something. Alteus Volt. It's a thought. I might. There has been a little bit of, like, bullshit going on around Twitter, though, with regards to that one. All I got is Alteus sussy. Fuck. I hate it. Thank you. Notable LARP? That sounds like a disease. Oh god. Oh, I almost missed Spaz's question from earlier. How does a cyber lich live and deal with viruses? Do you honestly think viruses would want to have anything to do with something like me? That's really the only question that I have to ask in counter argument to your question. The viruses stay over there in their corner. If they come anywhere remotely close to me, they get absolutely blasted. They get, like, removed from existence. I still have my magic. I might be digital, but that doesn't mean that I can't just snap my fingers and erase something from your hard drive. So... okay, so... Liching Hour will be the live tag, and then we've got to think of art and... Alteus blasted. So we've got to deal with a art tag and meme tag. Alteus for memes. Art liches. Hold on, I have an idea. Let me go look it up on Twitter, see if it exists. All right, I think I've got it. Hey guys, what do you think of art lich? Instead of arc lich, it's like art lich. Art liches? Art liches isn't bad, no. We could do art lich, we could do art liches. Neither of them are taken. Here, so like, you know, so instead of having like something like arc lich, we'd have art lich. I think we'll go for that. We'll go with that one, and until, like, unless if we think of something else, we'll come up with it later. So we've got Liching Hour for going live. We've got Art Lich for art, and then we need one for memes. I'll do both. Well, we're just gonna go with Art Lich And, you know, if we come up with something else later, then we'll come up with something, like, probably completely different. Damn, it's 2 a.m. Are you over in Europe? Memmius? I have the distinct feeling that Memmius would be taken. Yes, it is. It's also just like a muddled hashtag in general. So that's kind of unfortunate. Ultimem. Hmm. What else can we think of? I will say that thinking of a meme tag that is both like catchy and not taken is kind of tricky. By the way, while we're thinking of hashtags, you're also free to ask any like questions that you want to ask. I don't mind. We can do both at the same time. Who knows, maybe I'll say something that's like Saltius. Saltius. What, for those moments where I just like punch the wall? Do I breathe? That's a good question. Probably not. I mean, is there air to breathe in the digital medium? I don't think so. Besides, I'm technically dead, right? Or undead. I mean, I could breathe if I want, I guess, but it wouldn't serve any practical purpose because I don't need to breathe. But yeah, Saltius is not taken. shaking my SMH. Because I'm digital, does that mean I can't shower shaking my SMH? Well, there is very little filth in the digital area, I must say. It's pretty clean around here. However, there's nothing stopping me from doing, you know, a little bit of cleanup, or, you know, just finding myself a shower somewhere. Still, generally speaking, you can just suffice with a little bit of cleanup. It's roughly the equivalent of a shower. Okay, so we have 3 hashtags now. We have Liching Hour for when I go live. We have Art Lich for, well, art. And then we've got Alteus for, you know, I guess when I'm being salty or when I'm, like, irritated. I guess that's for, like, clips or other stuff. Or I guess art that depicts me being annoyed. Either way works. We still need to figure out an art tag, though. Come on, boys. We can put our heads together and figure something out here. Assault can be meme and mad. The meming hour. We did do art. We have art. We just need one for memes. Implying a cyber lich needs to shower. Alteus. I mean, yeah, technically, Alteus could be used for both memes and, like, memes and, salt moments. Lim memes. Oh, God. Also, the meming hour is not taken. I'd just like to point that out. But, like, I want to have a little bit of, like, tag diversity, I guess. Also, it's worth mentioning, guys, that, like, you know, just because I've got a schedule does not mean that I will not be streaming at other times. There will probably be, like, guerrilla streams where I just stream randomly. Or, like, you know, just because I feel like streaming this game at this time. So... we'll also have to figure out maybe, like, a name for you guys. Like, what am I, like, if we're gonna give you guys, like, a specific name or something. Gorilla streams. I mean, yes, gorilla, like, they're both... Gorilla stream is, like, you know, just a memey way of saying gorilla stream. So, you know, it's... They're both, relevant. I mean, if you guys want to be minions, like, minions is what I was thinking of. Minions is what I was thinking. Minius. Maybe. Buffoons. Ay, ay, ay. I'm just trying to think of, like, you know, something for a meme tag that we could use other than Saltius. I mean, I don't mind using Saltius as the meme tag, but, like, Lichens. Fuck. Lichens. Oh no. Oh no. God. Honestly, guys, I think we can just use Saltius as the meme tag. I can't think of something better. Maybe we'll come up with something better later, but, like, for now, I think Saltius is totally fine. Okay, we've been here for an hour and a half. Does anybody have any more questions they want to ask me? Man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Please. Mimus. I'm willing to bet that Mimus is taken already. Yeah, it is. If it's too simple, it's already taken. That's the biggest problem with hashtags. How do I feel about hyperlink blocked? Was that a link to fruit? To apricot, perhaps? Or was that a link to something else? Lich memes. Okay, so what? It was fruit, like apricot, lich vtuber. Question: can I transform into a toodle? What's a toodle? Turtle in it. I mean, technically, I can turn into whatever I want. That is very malleable. Do I have corrupt files? No. At least, not that I know of. I do not have corrupt files. However, I can corrupt files. I may not have corrupt files, but I can corrupt files. Are you sure that isn't where blinking comes from? Do I defrag frequently? I mean, like, consider that, like, you know, I have to live in this form. I have to make sure that the data stays clean. Because otherwise, what good is eternal life if everything gets corrupted? I don't defrag frequently, it just does it for me. I've got some good old self-maintenance going on. I don't like it when you look at me like that. Do I rubber band much? No, thankfully. I don't really move all that much. At least not in the sense of, like, you know, moving. I don't really experience latency. Most of the time I just teleport. Because, well, you know. So what, Rem, was that fruit? That you tried to link earlier? Like, what was it? Hold up. Was it fruit that you were trying to link earlier? Because if it was indeed fruit that you were trying to link earlier... No, it was someone else. Send the link in the Discord. You should be able to do that. Also, speaking of the Discord, for anybody who wants to join, here is the Discord link. Yes, but Rem, every time you send it, it just pops up as hyperlink blocked. Because I can't really allow links in chat because there will just be a bunch of bots spamming them. Or because, you know, people might put, like, really, really sussy shit in there. So Rem, just like type it in the server, or like send it to me. Whichever, I don't really care. Hyperlink too sussy to show. Because like in with regards to a lich VTuber, as in Fruit Apricot from VShojo, I think she's cool. I like her. She's cool. She's cute. She's much more fluffy than I am, but you know. Oh, you typed out hyperlink blocked. Okay, cool. I was like, Nanio, what the fuck does he mean? What is he on about? But yeah, sooner or later, I do hope to have a little bit more. Do I redacted much? That's classified information. So out of curiosity, so like, yeah, no, not out of curiosity. Well, actually, out of curiosity, are any of you like artists? Well, I don't know. It's just an idle question. Eventually, I do hope to have eventually to have more people to work with, both in terms of like, you know, making content, like, you know, people to collaborate with and stuff, but also having people who could who could like help me out with like art, animations, schedules, designs, that kind of stuff. I think that would be super, super nice. Have I heard of the 173 image being revoked? No, I have not. Like, actually horrible artist. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to my TalkStream panel here. I want to do art, but I can't even draw stick figures. I know the feeling. I used to be there. So just to show you guys a little bit, here you can appreciate all of the pieces of my model, of the art that I painstakingly did to, you know, exist. The visual representation of myself. I've got some chains down here on the lower area of my robe because chains are a mandatory part of any lich outfit. I've got my metal, my little like claw gauntlets and everything else. A pretty desolate place I'm staying at. It's cozy. I don't know, man. I think it's cozy. I'm cool with it. Excuse me. Transition reminded me of Persona. I put a fair bit of effort into making that transition. Because, my god, it was a bit of a pain. You do not like chains at all? Like, in general, or what? Moon. It took me the better part of most of a day to, like, draw and then animate all of the different chains. It took forever. Like his character aesthetic on clothing or outfits. Yeah, no, I can understand that. I will say, I will be the first person to say, and, you know, I'm a lich. I have them as part of my outfit, so, like, I have authority to say this. Chains are horribly impractical as clothing. Or as articles or accentuations on clothing. I mean, like, they're really, like, chains were not meant to be wrapped around your person or to be, like, adorned onto your clothes. They're loud. They rattle all the time. They rust. They do all sorts of crap. But it's expected of me. While I'm not necessarily one to do what is expected of me, I do kind of like having a couple of chains. It's nice. Oh, yeah, chains are heavy. Especially if you have, like, too many of them. Like, oh man, you're literally just weighing yourself with iron at that point. Or steel. It gets very, very tiresome if you have stamina. I don't really have stamina, but you know. Chains are meant to keep people in one place. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really, like, I'm good at planning things out. I'm good at planning ahead and stuff. But, and I'm good at, like, making schedules and stuff. But, like, alrighty, Spaz. See you later. Have a good night, my dude. Thanks for coming. Liching, minions, we can use both interchangeably. Why not? But yeah, like, having a schedule is really, really useful. It's really, really, like, good. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, having a schedule kinda gives me stress. It, like, kinda gives me anxiety. Which, like, is weird, because I usually don't deal with that kind of stuff, but, like, just the knowledge. Like, the thing is, I don't know, it's just, like, schedules are weird to me. I like having schedules, but I also don't like having schedules. Because the schedule is like a commitment, right? It's like saying, I must be there at this time on this day. But at the same time, like, I do that every day. Having a schedule doesn't make it any different. It just actually says this is what I'm doing. It changes nothing. It's weird. It's weird. Anyways. Anyways, guys. We've been here for nearly 2 hours. things went a little bit longer than I expected. I expected this to go for like, you know, like an hour and a half, like longest, but like we've been here for nearly 2 hours now. That said, I am going to take the weekend off. Yeah, it lets other people like know what's happening and like make time in their own schedule for it, which I feel is like the main reason why schedules exist. It's like less so that you know what you're doing and more so that other people can plan out what they want to do based off of what they know you're gonna do. I will do my best to maintain a schedule. We will see how things go. Like I said, I will, by and large, I will probably be doing my best to stream for at least 4 hours every time I stream. But I don't make a guarantee of that. Because, like, you know, ultimately, I want to stream. I want to enjoy streaming. I want to enjoy spending time with you guys. And, like, while I do very, very much want to make streaming, like, a big part of my life, I want to make, you know, I want to, like, meet people. I want to grow as a streamer, as a community, as a person. I want to do all of this stuff, and I want to entertain people. I really do. But, like, I also, like, need to make sure that, as with anything else, that I you know, make sure that I have enough time for my own stuff. So I will do my best to maintain a schedule. I will do my best to keep my hours up. But, like, you know, there will definitely be days where I will just, like, be feeling crappy. Or something will come up that will cause me to, like, delay or cancel a stream. Or maybe I'll need to take a couple days off. But, like, other than that, you guys can rest assured that, like, I will constantly be streaming or making content or making highlights or both, because who would have thought streaming is a job? I make you want to cry? Why is that? Like, for what it's worth, and I'm like, because why do you feel bad for me? I mean, like, I will say, I did kind of overdo it by making literally everything by myself. And that's why I'm kind of taking the weekend off. But, you know, I want to stream. I want to entertain people. I want to take what I do best, which is play games and talk about stuff and be a personality in general, and use it to entertain people. Hand's alright. It exists. I don't know how I'm feeling about it right now. It's kind of like there. So, I will do my best to keep busy, because, well, I want to make this work. So, once I'm done here, I will post no mild sting. Dude, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about my microphone right now. Yes, my model does have a bit of forward and backward motion. Is there money in the digital world? Dude, is there not money anywhere? There's money literally everywhere. Money is like a thing. The concept of currency is something you can't escape anywhere. It drives me mental. Do I trade Digimon? No. I haven't had Digimon cards in years. But yeah, no, don't feel bad for me. I'm doing this because I want to. I overworked myself a bit getting everything for the stream ready, but it's all stuff that I'm going to be using like long term, right? It's not like this. We don't talk about NFTs here. Anyways, all of the stuff that I made and prepared and whatever else, it's all stuff that I'm going to be able to use for like all of my streams going forward, right? And then once I get more people involved, once there are more people who are like working with me or helping me out or doing stuff or whatever else, you know, once there's a little bit more of a community going on, then I hope to like, you know, upgrade or like phase things out, change things like as they go, and just like generally improve the stream and everything else, right? Also, Yasin, don't worry about it. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not big on the whole NFT thing. I don't really want to talk about it that much because it's just kind of like, ugh, it's kind of gross. So, but yeah, so like, moving forward, the main thing that I want to focus on is making content, doing streams, making highlights of those streams and of that content, and like, you know, networking. And by networking, I mean like doing stuff on Twitter, doing stuff on Discord, managing those kinds of things. In the future, like I'll leave the stuff like art and like animation and that kind of stuff to people who are better at it than I am. I did all of this because I wanted to. Because I wanted to like show that I can. Because I wanted to make sure that that like, you know, my avatar came out the way that I wanted it to, like the way that I thought of it. And because I'm poor. Anyways, once I'm done here, guys, I am going to post my schedule on Twitter, along with the memes the memes, the art, the like tags, the hashtags that we came up with here. I will put them on my profile and I will pin them. So I'm probably gonna call it here. I think it was a pretty effective, pretty successful debut. I appreciate that all of you guys came out to see it. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people coming and going. We had a lot of people who stuck around and just chatted for the whole thing, which was cool. So I hope to see you guys in some of the streams moving forward. I hope that we can, you know, all work together and create a nice little following so we can, you know, build ourselves a little army, so to speak. Oh, don't worry. It'll be 2 hours long because I've still got the outro to play. So yeah. I will see you all on Monday for some Path of Exile. We'll see how long I actually decide to stream it. We'll see. I don't know. The Path of Exile stream is a bit of an experiment because, like, I don't know if I'm going to, like, really love playing it on stream. And it also depends on, like, you know, who comes to watch, right? So we'll figure it out. Anyways. I will see you all on Monday. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. Let it not be said that I do not appreciate the people who come around and hang out. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.